Hi guys, and here we're going to have a look at the Neca Cult Classics Series 4 from 2006. There you go, I checked for once before I came on camera to find out the year. Now for me personally, this is one of the more disappointing series in terms of just not really feeling the love for this lot, to be honest. Again, as usual, 4 figures, and they consist of Chucky from Child's Play 3, I think it's more Child's Play 1 to be honest, Shaun from Shaun of the Dead, Plaid Shirt Zombie from Dawn of the Dead, and Sebastian Haff from Bubba Hotep. So let's have a look first at let's go for Sebastian Haff. Now, in terms of getting hold of this figure, you're going to struggle, to be honest. He is very hard to get hold of. There's a good bit of weight in there, to be honest, and Sebastian Haff comes with Walker and base, which connects with Bubba Hotep in Series 3. And obviously the movie poster on the side there. And like I say, there's a good old bit of weight in there, and he's also got a little pouch there as well. And you might have seen my Series 3 review. I did say that I didn't really like Bubba Hotep, the film, to be honest. I enjoyed it, but it doesn't go down as a classic for me, or cult classic I should say. But on the back, like I say, we've got the pictures of the 4 figures there: Chucky, Plaid Shirt, Sebastian Haff and Shaun. And on the back here it says, a former king impersonator, Sebastian Haff, contends that he actually is the king. No one at the Shady Rest retirement home believes him except for Jack, a black man who believes himself to be President JFK. When Shady Rest becomes a private feeding ground for a wayward 4,000-year-old mummy, it's up to our geriatric heroes to make one last stand against soul-sucking evil. So that's that figure. There's plenty of fantastic detail going on in there. Obviously got his little chains there. In terms of a figure, I think it's absolutely fantastic looking. The detail is faultless. But like I say, the film is just a bit of a no-goer for me, to be honest. And you know, I love Bruce Campbell. I think he's brilliant. Love all the stuff he does. But just not a fan of the film, to be honest. Didn't really do it for me. Let's have a look at Shaun from Shaun of the Dead, or Simon Pegg's character from Shaun of the Dead. As always, comes with a movie poster, and he comes with loads of extras, to be honest. And at the bottom there it says features cricket bat, flowers, records, alternate hand and bass. And I've had this out of packet as well, and the record case box on the base actually opens up as well. So you can obviously put the LP in there, and it says Evil Adam, I want my money back on there. Loads of brilliant detail, absolutely fantastic likeness to Simon Pegg as well, so can't fault it for that. And obviously has a little name badge on there as well. Shaun on the back says Shaun is a slacker with a dead-end job. He spends most of the time goofing off with his best friend Ed at the local pub or playing video games. When flesh-eating zombies attack his hometown, Shaun decides to turn his life around by winning back his girlfriend and saving his friends and family. So that's Shaun. I personally, if you can, if you are a fan of the Shaun of the Dead figures and you're only going to get one, you might as well go for the Winchester 2-pack, which I'll go into on another time. But if you are going to get, you know, just one Shaun of the Dead, then I'll just get the Winchester, to be honest. Both this and the Winchester are quite hard to get hold of, to be honest. But if you can get people who are selling them quite cheap at some point. And I will be honest with you, I did buy this quite cheap, mainly because it's got this damage to the packaging here. But sorry guys, I'm not a massive fan of this film either, so that's why I weren't too worried about getting a bit of a bashed up one, to be honest. Yep, so that's that one. And let's have a look at Plaid Shirt Zombie while he's here. Helps. I'll just chuck the Chucky, if you'll excuse the pun behind there. So Plaid Shirt Zombie, now for me, this is the figure of this series. Not that it's the best, but it's just my favourite out of the 4 figures, to be honest. And literally only comes with the custom diorama base. Plenty of fantastic detail on there. I love the fact that the shirt is an actual different piece of plastic to the body, and obviously there's that bit where it's pulled away from the body. Brilliant detail in his face. And obviously, I don't know if you remember the bit in the film where he comes shuffling through the door while they're filling up the helicopter with fuel. But I like this figure for some reason, I don't know why. There we go. So at a deserted airport hangar, Peter searches the officers for supplies. He is caught off guard by the dead gaze of a zombie whose face has been ripped open, leaving a gaping wound and one bulging eye barely intact. Luckily, Roger, an expert marksman, arrived just in time and destroyed the Plaid Shirt Zombie with a shot to the head. And of course comes in the yellow, bright yellow background as well. Now, out of the 3 Dawn of the Dead figures, being Plaid Shirt, Flyboy and the Hare Krishna from the next series, I'd put this down as the second easiest to get hold of. I think the Hare Krishna is the easiest to get hold of out of all of them. So you might spend quite a few quid getting hold of him, but I dare say you can get hold of this guy if you really wanted to. Okay, so lastly we have Chucky, which for me is a really bad look at sculpt of Chucky, to be honest. I wasn't happy with the McFarlane Movie Maniacs Chucky. In fact, I think the only good Chucky that that you can get is the 2-pack Chucky with Tiffany from McFarlane. This I don't like. Chucky features voodoo knife, hammer, bat and good guys box. I love the fact it comes with all that, and I love the fact that it comes with a little voodoo knife with all the detail to it. But I don't like the hair. I don't. From Child's Play 3, I just prefer the more mucked up version. I mean, even the picture at the bottom shows a little bit of a better Chucky. But this guy's just got too long hair. It's basically pink hair as well. Just disappointing. I mean, we can tell it's Chucky just by the little rainbow dungarees and the ginger hair, but that's about it for me, to be honest. But I might be in a grump today, I don't know. But the serial killer, Charles Lee Ray, is gunned down by police at a fatal shootout. Through the use of voodoo magic, he transfers his soul into Chucky, a toy doll. Chucky resumes his killing spree in doll form in a desperate attempt to transfer his spirit back to human form. Now this for me could be Chucky from Child's Play 1, why it's Child's Play 3 I'm not too sure. But out of the 4 of them, let's do this again. My favourite, Plaid Shirt Zombie. My least favourite has got to be the Chucky, and that's mainly not because it's my least favourite, it's mainly because it's my biggest disappointment at this lot. And you will again pay a lot of money for this figure. It's very much in demand and quite hard to get hold of, so if you can get hold of him, get him. But like I say, you might spend a few quid. As always, thanks ever so much guys, and I'll catch you again in the next video for Series 5. Thanks so much, bye bye.